All right, welcome back. Another quick gas gun match. See here, I'm shooting my 6 ARC rifle. My buddy's shooting his 6 Max rifle. So let's get right into it. Let's see how we did, and we'll talk through some of these stages along the way. All right, basic stage here. We got 4 targets at 430, 1 hit per position. I had to mess with my bag a little bit to get in the right elevation, but it worked out well on the table. I'm kind of doing a modified prone, but get my bag in the rear. Then we see I keep the same bag, and I'm using that now in a high prone, kind of arching my back. Did not have a good stable position here for some of those targets, and you see it got a lot of re-engagements there. So no secrets here, just need to get a better position and exercise a little bit more patience. This stage has a little bit of running, very close targets. I dialed down to about 6 power on my optic here, which made seeing that very fine Horus trimmer through reticle a little bit challenging, but still I think the benefits of this optic outweigh the cons here. I'm moving pretty quickly here, doing all right. I think you'll see I'm getting some good arm motion, which helps with my speed, getting into position, and then I'm also manipulating that bag in such a way that I'm getting optimum elevation on both of the different barricades. This stage required 6 hits on 2 targets at 800 yards. I think one was 805 and one was 815. There was essentially no wind whatsoever when I was shooting, which was really optimum. My dial was 7.1 mils. So I think we see here how excellent the 6 ARC is in this role. It really supplants a 7.62 rifle, and it hits those targets with very distinct authority, making shot calling very easy for the spotter, and we can kind of translate that forward to how it would work on target. A little bit of an unusual situation here. You had to use the left, center, and right of the tank trap. However, this tank trap is pretty high, so it kind of forces you to really dig the bag into the side of the tank trap to get a position. It's a little bit challenging to get stable there, but I think the stickiness of the Game Changer bag works out well here. We'll see, I'm kind of just moving left to right, and then instead of going back to my left for the prone, I'll go down on the right to get in that good prone position. And then for this stage, bipod's already deployed all the way out to be out of the way when I'm working the Game Changer on the tank trap. I dial up a little bit for that very thin target, and I then get a hit on the second or third attempt here. So this was my worst stage. You had to use 3 different positions, so I wanted to just work top to bottom here. When I got to that final bottom position, I just could not burn through the veg, so I had to move to a adjacent position that was a little bit higher, and then it took me some time to reacquire that last target, which really added a lot of time to the clock for this stage. But overall, I did fine in the match, so it goes to show, even if you don't do well on a stage early on, you gotta just keep pressing and keep on shooting. One thing that did work out well, though, was I hardly had to move my lower body at all to get in position. You see me hunting through, I find it, and then we do an okay job of kind of making up time here towards the end. Overall, good match. We made some rookie mistakes, but in the end, it's your average overall that determines your standing, so we did just fine. Guys, any questions, please let me know in the comments. I appreciate it. Thanks.